his room, and he always had his javelin right with him. And whenever the spirit would overtake him, he grabbed the javelin and anger would rise up in him, and he tried to kill David. But the Bible said, and when David played,
all right now,
David would grab his harp and he began to play. And he played upon his harp. It was soothe song. Kind of like the charming of the music on the cobra, the king cobra, the greatest snake and strongest. But music will soothe, even or charm, even the cobra. And the ancients believed that whenever a man had an evil spirit, or whenever a man had a sickness, that music would help heal his sickness. And so they began to tell Saul that when he began to feel bad, call somebody to play for you. New Testament agrees with it because it tells us that we have songs and we make melody in our hearts. My sisters and brothers, music is important to us. I don't care what you're going through. The right kind of music will make things better for you.
all right now, all right.
Are y'all in this house?
Yeah.
Don't make me go old school and start to sing for you. But I want you to understand that music has the power to move you. Am I still in this house?
Yeah.
I said music has the power to move us. Music has the power to motivate us. So, his servant said, call for the musician. You need somebody that's cunning, that's well skilled on the harp to come and play for you. My sisters and my brothers, I want you to understand this. David didn't know that he was getting ready to enter boot camp. He didn't know what he was in for. All David knew that he could play his harp. He didn't learn how to play in a school. He learned how to play out in the desert while tending the sheep. At nighttime, David would play his harp, and the sheep would lay down and sleep all night long. I want to tell you, David would play his harp in the morning. Sheep would get up, start looking around for their shepherd.
All right now.
Kind of like the military. They play music in the morning. Play one called reveillees and the other called taps. One gets you up in the morning. One puts you to bed at night. My sisters and my brothers, I wonder how many of us know how important music is to our lives.
All right now, all right.
I want to tell you this morning, when trouble strikes at your house, that's a good time to sing or to find you a song. See, music can't cast the devil out. No, it can't cast him out. But what music does is run interference to why it changes your way of thinking. Have I got a witness?
Come on now, come on.
You can be thinking an evil thought.
Yeah.
And music start to play. And that music will run interference for you. Is that right? And cause you to change the way that you think about the crisis you're going through. So I understand David had learned how to soothe
Yeah, come on now.
And now he's using that same gift and that same tactic, in order to soothe Saul. Have I got a witness here? Yeah, my sisters and my brothers, Saul, like David, the Spirit called him to hate him. And I got a witness, whenever the Spirit would come, he'd always change from the man that liked David to the man that hated him. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Yeah, but David learned how to soothe him and play upon his love. You know, that David, the Hebrew word translated refresh means that to be wide and spacious and to give space so as to bring release. So that's what the music did. The music would create space for David. Have I got a witness? Would create space between one thought in song and another thought, so that he would have time to reconsider and regather himself. Have I got a witness? So I know you're sitting there saying, well, Pastor, how does that affect us? What about music today? Have I got a witness? But I want you to understand that music goes deep down into our culture and down into our soul. Have I got a witness? Yeah, I remember watching television, and whenever our people would be happy, they would always make music. Have I got a witness? At celebrations, they would always have music. It didn't rain, but I remember reading the first book of the Bible, the oldest book of the Bible, which is the book of Job. Have I got a witness? And you do know that Job is the oldest book in the Bible. It may not be the first in the canon, but it's the oldest one that's written. Have I got a witness? And Job tells us that even in the beginning, God created music. When he talked about how the morning stars sang together and all of the angels would gather together and they shout joy. Have I got a witness? I want to tell you that music is the cornerstone of the morning. Have I got a witness? Can you imagine how the morning star and the angels together, how immaculate a sound they would make when the morning stars would begin to play and the angels began to sing? Have I got a witness? And even in the book of Revelation, the Bible tells us that when